guys. I am not feeling super great tonight. Every time I travel I get sick, but I wanted to get this video up today. So here I am. I'll be perfectly honest, I don't exactly remember what books I covered in my last check-in, so I'm just gonna go through real quick. I don't remember if I said I had finished The Shadow Glass or not, but I did. I also finished, and that's by Ren Chupeco. I also finished The Hidden Kingdom, the third book in the Dragonette Prophecy series by T. Sutherland. I finished Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. That is the last book in the Throne of Glass series. And I've started a couple more books. I'll be perfectly honest, I'm probably going to yet again restart the Italian Harry Potter audiobook, just because I need to. I don't know what else to say on that front. I need to read along with the physical copy of my English version, and I haven't been doing that, so I'm gonna give that a try and see if I can do that. I also need to restart my actual Italian lessons, probably. That might help. And of course I spent 10 days in Italy for my honeymoon, and I picked up a book in every city plus the airport, so I'm gonna go through those real quick. I've started a bit of a tradition, not that I've flown that much in my life, but now that I'm married to Brad, he has family in multiple places. We have friends who are starting to get married, who are having their weddings places, so every time I fly, I buy a book at the airport. Of course I pack books and, well, more accurately, my e-reader, but I have to buy a book at the airport. I don't know, it just makes me feel better somehow. But this time around, I picked up The Lion in the Living Room, How House Cats Tamed Us and Took Over the World by Abigail Tucker. For anyone who doesn't know, I work in animal welfare. Specifically, I am a shelter worker for Lifeline, which is one of the big shelter systems here in Atlanta. And anything to do with animals has always been a big interest for me. I used to want to be a veterinarian, and recently animal psychology and animal history has become a big interest of mine, so finding this in the airport bookstore was pretty cool. In Rome, I picked up this at the train station. It is called Antica Madre, which translates to Ancient Mother, by, I might be butchering this, Valerio Massimo Manfredi. I don't actually know a whole lot about this book. I know it was published recently. I don't know anything about the author. I picked it up because the cover was really striking and I liked it a lot. And also, it's signed, which everyone knows I'm a sucker for an autograph. It is in Italian, so I won't be reading it anytime soon, but hopefully that will change. The next town we went to was this little town about 2-hour train ride away from Rome called Assisi. It is the hometown of the Catholic patron saint of animals, St. Francis. Again, animals. So I picked up a book of his writings. It's called The Little Flowers of St. Francis. This book is actually really difficult to find pretty much anywhere else. I found a pirated digital copy that seems like it's just PDF scans, but it's not very good. So I was really happy to pick this up in the Basilica gift shop. This one's in English because I actually do want to read it. Although I almost didn't find the English shelf. That was fun, going through that whole gift shop, and like all the shelves are labeled with the language the books are in, and the English one was like way off in a corner and I almost didn't see it. Next we went to Florence, which was probably the most stressful city through no fault of its own. I'm a very anxiety-ridden person, and I think it was a combination of just the point we were at in our trip. It had been long enough that I was starting to get that like travel tired feeling. Also, some of the things we did just ticked off all my anxiety boxes. We climbed the Duomo, and my 3 biggest fears are enclosed spaces, crowds, and heights. So It kind of just plateaued from there. But I went to this bookshop near our hotel called, I might be remembering this wrong, I'll correct myself in the notes if I need to, Modo, or it might be Domo. Either way, it was this really cool cafe slash wine bar slash bookshop that when I just did a Google search of bookstores near our hotel, and it popped up, and it had really good reviews, and the pictures looked really like cozy and inviting, and it was. I'm really glad we went. So I picked up this Italian edition of Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. I just watched the new movie recently, and it was really good. I loved it. I cried a little. My stepmom, when I was younger, used to tell me that I reminded her of Joe, and you know, after I read the book, I had to kind of agree. So Little Women is, you know, special to me in the same way that I'm sure it's special to a lot of people. Our last city was Venice. I got to go to Acqua Alta, which is probably the most like amazing bookstore I've ever been to at this point. If you haven't seen pictures of this place, you should look them up. They're gorgeous. Excuse me. They shelve books in like old gondolas and stuff like that. There are like 5 bookstore cats that just wander around. On their back patio, they have a staircase built entirely of books that you can climb up the staircase and then look out on the canal behind the store. The whole thing's amazing. I took a bunch of pictures. Brad took some really, really great pictures for me, and I'm excited to get those up on Instagram soon so you guys can see. It was definitely a bucket list thing for me for sure, so that was really, really exciting. And while I was there, I had to pick up I can't get over this cover. I had to pick up the Italian Harry Potter Sorcerer's Stone. Maybe I should read this while I'm listening to the audiobook. But look at this cover. I don't understand it. I love it so much. I cracked up when I pulled it off the shelf and looked at it. But it's just like okay, the chest, is that supposed to be from like going to get the stone, I guess, but like why is he wearing a mouse hat? Why is there a giant rat? Is that supposed to be Scabbers? I don't know. I don't understand, but I love it. I freaking love this. It's amazing. They had the blue, I forget the artist's name, oh god, but the new paperback editions that came out with the connecting illustration, and it's all done in like this shade of blue. They had those, but I couldn't, once I saw this, I couldn't get that, could I? I had to get the weird mouse chest cover. So that's my yeah, that's my Italy book haul. And but yeah, so for stats for the end of the month, I wasn't sure. I'm really bad at this. I didn't like go watch other booktubers monthly roundup videos or anything before I started filming this. I don't know what normally goes into this kind of video. So really all I have for you guys is I read 8 books this month. 8 books total. Of course, I'm currently reading 2 more, The Lion in the Living Room, and I also started The Nature Fix by, I think it's Florence Williams. I will likely not finish either of those tonight, so my count for January is probably going to be 8, which is a nice round number. It's my birth number when you go by numerology, which is cool. But yeah, so that's really it, I guess. So if you guys want to like pop below, tell me what you're reading, if you have any recommendations for me based on what I'm reading right now, things you think I'd like, I'm always willing to add to my TBR. If there is a particular stat you would like me to include in monthly wrap-up videos, let me know and I can start doing it next month. I'll probably have better stats next month regardless, because I will probably put a lot more effort into that. blaming my sick brain. We got back 2 days ago. I worked yesterday, 3 days ago. I worked yesterday and now I'm sick today, which we all knew was gonna happen. I don't know what is wrong with me, but hey, all of that adds up to spaz. I'm surprised I'm even getting this filmed tonight. And even then, this is being filmed in some pieces because I fucked up. So we'll see if this even does get posted tonight, if I can figure out how to splice the parts that I like together, which is basic video editing, which I need to learn anyway, so hey, no time like the present. I will see you guys next week for a February, first week of February, week 5 of the year check-in. Hopefully I'll have these 2 books finished and have more to talk about with you then.